Welcome to a new era where all goes faster, where purpose drives our choices, and sustainability directs our future.
Bien.
In these times of upheaval, AI emerges as key game changer, a powerful surge upending norms and opening doors to a world of opportunities for retailers. This tsunami of change is more than an evolution. It's a revolution. What if you could embrace this wave, steering its power to chart your own course? Cegid has long been a trailblazer, taking retail global, harnessing the power of cloud, and bringing mobility to shopping experience. And now, we're pioneering the next leap with AI, turning potential into reality. Elevate profitability with innovative processes, from supply chain optimization to store management, boosting sales and performance. Elevate engagement with ultra-personalized experiences that captivate customers and empowering your teams with tools that enchant. Elevate confidence. Make informed decisions with secure data, ensuring compliance and peace of mind. The future of retail is not just about keeping up. It's about leading the way. Now is your moment. Rise with us. Transform with us. Thrive with us. Elevate your retail experience with Cegid.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rome. Welcome to Cegid Retail's Connections 2024. I would like to say hi to everybody who is watching us remotely. There's several hundred of us, so a quick round of applause for everybody who is watching us online. So, I have to admit that I do always enjoy hosting a retail event. It's for a simple reason. It's because retail is the heart and soul of everything. I learn lots of new things which are meaningful and above all are relevant for the time in which we live. So today we are here in Rome, the Eternal City. It's, how shall I put it? Hello, everyone. Hi, Fred. So yes, welcome to this opening session of Cegid Retail Connection. I knew it. I knew she was going to do that to us. So, Natalie, you do need to understand that the metaverse is all well and good, that Monaco was 2 years ago. Now we're talking about artificial intelligence, and that is our key subject. Of course, that goes without saying. Look.
Ciao a tutti e benvenuti a questa nuova edizione di Cegid Connections. Benvenuti nel mondo dell'intelligenza artificiale.
This is the Italian, this is all in Italian and now in Chinese as well. So Natalie is speaking Italian and Chinese. Wow, let's give her a round of applause. So obviously, unfortunately, in fact, I don't speak Italian and I certainly don't speak Chinese. It was artificial intelligence which did all of that. So Natalie Echina, let's give her a warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. As I was saying, well, hi to everybody and welcome to this new event in Rome. Like you said, it's the Eternal City. And after setting the new pace, here we are to elevate your retail experience so that what does that involve? What does that entail? Well, we have 3 words here, 3 keywords: profitability, engagement, and trust. So let's kick off with profitability. Well, elevating your profitability, because retail more than ever needs to factor in different things: inflation, the energy crisis, lower disposable income, just to name but a few. So you really do need to find new ways to boost productivity, optimize the networks, have better stock availability, and really improve productivity and operational excellence in the store, not forgetting the omni-channel experience. So really checking out the best scenario, click and collect or ship from store. Now, when we're talking about engagement, we're talking about employee engagement. It's an asset, but it's also a cost item. We need to reduce turnover. It's 60% in the retail sector compared to 50% elsewhere. We need to recruit people because they want to enjoy a positive employee experience. We need intuitive and versatile tools. It's important to communicate and also reduce the time spent on certain tasks like window dressing and inventories and deliveries. Then we have customer engagement as well. So a positive employee experience will lead to a positive customer experience. It's important to understand the brand, have a loyalty programs, order in-store product availability, and also accept lots of different types of payment. We've talked about engagement and profitability. Let's move on to trust now. Yes, now trust. Well, you have to bear in mind there is lots of regular changes to legal regulations. You also have trust when it comes to cyber security. There are 77% of attacks in the retail business and 43% of companies paid out. So that's a really high figure. Perhaps we can put the light on in the room. And can anybody who has been a victim of a cyber attack please raise their hand? Thank you. Well, the last time we did that, 90% of people raised their hands, but they weren't Cegid SaaS customers. So there's a few less, which is good news. Well, 77%, that's a pretty scary figure. Now, so profitability, we need to make new productivity gains. So engagement, we're talking about employee engagement, but also a customer engagement. And the third keyword is trust with the changes to your systems and cyber security. I think you summed that up perfectly there, Fred. Obviously, we need to add a small dose of artificial intelligence. Now, in Cegid, we have ID, and in retail, we have AI, which is quite convenient, really, isn't it? Well, people who have understood will usually applaud at this point. It's an in-joke, but I'm not sure that everybody really got the joke. But don't worry, we will explain more about it later on with our idea and our AI. So we're talking about artificial intelligence. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Cegid Pulse, who will be with us throughout the entire event. So first of all, I wanted to say that this picture is a collaboration between an image generation system and our head of marketing, who is here in the flesh. So hello, everybody. Hi, Natalie and Fred. Hi, Cegid Pulse. Can you tell us a little bit more about your role in the organization of this event? So I'm a Gen AI. I'm an artificial intelligence designed to optimize processes and design more exciting and interesting experiences for our participants. I've worked with this Cegid teams in order to draw up the program for this 2024 event, factoring in the needs and the trends of the retail sector. So how did you manage to take into account all this data and trends in order to draw up the program? Well, Natalie, It's based on the analysis of huge quantities of data, detecting patterns and continuous learning. I was able to assimilate information about the current challenges facing retail, the new opportunities and the concerns of the participants in order to draw up a program which really meets their needs, so tailor-made for them. You also gave me the content of the previous events and your own inputs. It seems so simple, doesn't it? But so how do you intend to interact with us throughout the event? I am programmed to interact in a natural way by providing pertinent information and facilitating discussions. Thanks to my continuous learning capacities, I will also be able to adapt as we go along. So thank you, Cegid, both for your valuable contribution. Thank you to you. I am honored to be part of this event, and I look forward to working with you to offer everyone a memorable experience. Great. So Cegid Connections is above all your event, dear customers and dear partners. For those of you who are with us for the first time, we're going to give you a quick best of the previous events. Off we go. There we are. So I think this year it's going to be even better. So, Natalie, can we have a quick recap of what Cegid represents today? Yes, we can look back over the 5 subjects you can see on the screen. Obviously, we are a faithful partner which continues investing year in, year out. Cegid Retail is more than 700 retailers operating in the cloud. And I'd like to say hi to some of the new companies that have joined us since the last Cegid Connections. There's been 116 new customers since Monaco from 24 countries. I counted, in fact, from 35 different business areas, which represent in all more than 6,500 stores. We also have four new service partners have joined us, and also applicative partners we will be talking about later on. Obviously, we would really like to thank our customers, our partners for your trust, and we've selected some of your testimonials which we can watch now. And some of you are with us, so thank you very much for your input.
Our store staff can get real-time reports throughout the day if they want to replenish the stock from the back room to the shop floor, which is quite important to us, especially around sale time. And also they can get all KPIs throughout the day from the Cegid Retail System.
Cegid Retail Live Store, c'est l'expérience client. C'est de la lumière sur tous mes points de vente, la capacité à les voir au quotidien et les accompagner.
A few months ago, we were doing everything with pen and paper, and now everything is digitalized. It really helped us with the efficiency in the salons. The staff, they are getting more engaged. Also, the time saving that Store Excellence helped us a lot with.
C'est d'abord une unique solution partout dans le monde, dans près de 35 pays. Et ça, pour nous, c'est un gage d'harmonisation des pratiques, de compliance, de respect des bonnes pratiques et des directives du groupe L'Oréal.
So thank you very much. As we say, well, we'd love to see more testimonials like this. So since Monaco, what have you been doing for customers? Well, we talked a lot about customer experience in Monaco, so we continued investing to boost customer satisfaction. We have 12 newsletters, which I hope everybody reads. And well, perhaps we should ask people. No, perhaps not, perhaps not. So the Cegid Retail Club organized 25 webinars and other events. Last year, we launched a new initiative called the Help Forum, which allows people to talk about issues with Cegid experts and your peers. So it's available in both English and French. Don't forget Cegid Live. And we also have our frequently asked questions, which are very popular with more than 15,000 views a year. And we have an NPS survey every year. So we have scores from +4 to +53. Thank you for participating in this. It's really important to get your feedback. You've talked about set a new pace 2 years ago. Well, we did what we said. We have set a new pace. So that was the theme, and we had to understand why we needed to set a new pace. That meant that last year, on all the various tools, Y2, Live Store, Orly, and inventory tracking and store excellence, we had over 20 upgrades, so 20 version improvements. We also are now organized by product increment every 2 months with a methodology called SAFE that leads to new functions and bug correction, and this is available straight away. And the first step was to ensure that the version qualities were good, and I think that's the case. Now, if we look at products, what's been happening? Well, let's take the example of the Cegid Retail Live Store. That was 150 new functions in 2023 and more than 80 just at the beginning of 2024. More than 70 retailers have joined the Cegid Retail Live Store. It was launched. And the same number, but not the same customers who've chosen the Cegid Retail Store Excellence, and both are interconnected now. So we've talked about the past, let's talk about the present. No, I think we've got something else we need to talk about. Apparently, you've won an award, yes, with a great Italian brand, and I'm talking about Benetton, which is with us today. We won a prize at the last Eurosys Trade Fair in Germany. Well done, congratulations. So a French company winning an award in Germany for an Italian brand. Is that right? We say the world is a village, but in fact, Europe's just one building then, isn't it, if you think about it that way? So thank you, Natalie, for this introduction. And now we can talk about the present, but we need to talk about the future as well. And I suggest we ask Sylvain Jouze to come and help us with that.
Comment ça va, Sylvain?
How are you, Sylvain? I'm doing fine. Thank you. I'm delighted to be with you. Hi to everybody. Bienvenue, benvenuto, however you say it in Italian. And it's great to meet our team's partners and customers again. And you were saying that Rome is the eternal city, but we're eternal too. We are here. You can count on us. And we'll be ready for the next event. So let's share some information. First of all, we are all connected during the event. We want to talk about the Cegid Retail Store Excellence solution. Are we all going to be using that? Yes, it will be the official app, and perhaps we can have a quick look at how it works. There you go. So yes, great images, weren't they? So in Monaco, we announced that this fantastic solution would be used by Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger, Petco, and other big names. And we thought that now was the right time to share it and test it. It's free as well, which is good news. You can download it. So I hope you have already all downloaded it. You will see it's easy to use. Apparently, even Fred managed, just saying. So what will you find in the app? Well, a homepage with information such as the plan, the partners, the agenda. You also have a news feed which will keep you up to date with what's going on. You also have a game where you can win iPads. So I suggest that you look at the rules of the game to see how you can win this competition. And there's even a DocuSign, a function for any compulsive buyers. So we've really started talking about retail innovation. We're going to talk about the future, and we will also have the possibility to welcome a guru of AI, that's Philippe Boulanger, who will explain how to leverage this revolution. Then we'll have Olivier and Laurent, who will really show you all the use cases which have been onboarded on this solution. So tomorrow morning, we will kick off. I can't remember what time. 8:30, I think. I think we start at 8:30. So we'll be kicking off with Tayana and Pippa. We're going to be talking about the future. They will be sharing some retail trends, and we'll have roundtables with some experts. Damien, our R&D director. We'll have Franck Deschamps from L'Oréal. We'll have president of the Cegid Retail Club, and Hogu, who is the retail activity director at Microsoft. And we will also have an explanation about the position of Cegid regarding artificial intelligence. So obviously there will be workshops. Don't forget to sign up for them in partnership with our customers and partners. And I hope you will proactively contribute. And don't forget to network, check out the AI Experience Center and the Innovation Factory, for example. So get out there, networking. So thank you, dear partners, for coming along. And it is a unique event thanks to you. We really would like to thank Microsoft for their exceptional participation, and Adyen as well, and everybody who worked so hard to make this a success. I think Cegid Booth wants to butt in. So when I listen to your presentation, Sylvain, can I say, well, it's a bit boring. it's not much fun. If you have your customers and partners here in the flesh, you ought to have take the opportunity to party, don't you think? Guys, she's right. We wanted the theme to be the Dolce Vita. Dolce Vita. What does that mean? Yeah. Yes, definitely. That's right. So this evening, we are going to take the Dolce Vita mindset. That means being chic, wearing polka dot clothes and a Vespa, and drinking an Aperol Spritz. And don't forget, the dress code is black and or white. So I've got the message, and we'll see those who didn't play the game. Just saying. Now, we're now going to look at the future. Sylvain, what strategy has been adopted to serve and support our customers? So as we said, the first strategic pillar is the cloud. So cloud, cloud, cloud. In less than 5 years, we've already converted more than 700 customers, new customers, but also customers who chose to migrate. It's also international development is also a key pillar with localization and fiscalization of our solutions. And that's true for the cloud as well. And we said in Monaco that we'll be opening a new point of delivery. We opened Shanghai in China, which have been adopted by 30 new customers. And today we're delighted to announce that our 5th point of delivery will be in Dubai to cover the whole of the Middle East. So well done. So fantastic news. So we're speeding up our investments, and all these innovations will be online in the cloud only. The cloud is also an open platform which will allow you to use APIs and web services to continue upgrading, to communicate with your ecosystem, and to roll out all the business scenarios that you need. So this upgradability will allow partnerships with market leaders and will allow us to guarantee the use of new solutions, for example, like we did a few weeks ago with Moncler, Adyen, and Apple. That was the launch of Tap to Pay in Italy, and it went really well. The cloud is also safer and safer. We know that every year we thought lots of attacks, but with Microsoft, who's our strategic partner, we're continuing to invest to keep your data and your apps safe. So we are convinced that in 2024, the market will cross a new milestone with artificial intelligence as a leading software publisher in retail. It really is our duty to integrate these elements in the design of our future applications, and this can only be done as in a SaaS. So we're doing both on-prem and in SaaS at the same time. Well, that got it complicated, and that really slowed down our investment and our innovative power. So we still have some on-prem customers with us, and no doubt perhaps we should see if any of them are with us. No, let's leave them in peace. And there's still a few of them, but how can we help them to really accelerate this transformation? Well, we will help them to cross this milestone. We have a methodology which allows us to validate migration volumes, and we also setting up new technology such as data streaming, so you can access your data and exploit it. And we're also there to be consultants, and we believe that we all need to transition to the cloud together as quickly as possible. As you know, that the cloud is the future and on-prem is a thing of the past. So cloud, 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 that's what we said. And so we're now going to move on to our products. So we're going to speed up a little bit. So obviously it's the nerve center. We're going to focus on the 4 products which we are using within our stores. They're all available in SaaS. They're multi-OS, multi-device, and they will also integrate Gen AI. So very exciting. So I'm talking about the Cegid Retail Live Store, clienteling, cataloging, and omni-channel shopping. We've talked about the Cegid Retail Store Excellence. We've also talked about the Cegid Retail Inventory Tracking, that's physical stocks, and also the Cegid Retail Store Performance, which is app which provides business dashboards for store managers or network managers. So those are 4 tools you can use in the stores. Do you think that's a bit too much? Do you think that's too much information? So, well, yes, 4 is rather a lot. We talked about streamlining earlier on. I can't remember what I said, in fact, but so you will see, and I won't, I'm going to keep the suspense, but Olivier and Laurent are raring to go, and they're going to tell you about a super app, but I so have to wait and see. So our third strategic pillar, we've talked about customer experience. So our aim is to elevate your experience, and I suggest that we look at a video that our customer care teams have prepared
the story of a quest to elevate customer experience through every interaction with Cegid Retail Support. It all started with a simple idea. How can we harness the full power of AI to save time for the support teams and refine diagnostics on Cegid Retail Y2 to provide the best solutions faster? In 5 intense months, from Lyon to Braga, via Roanne and Roubaix, ingenious and passionate minds created me, nurtured me with expertise, put me to the test, and taught me to respond with agility and precision. You should have seen their enthusiasm during the countless AI committees. The excitement was palpable, as what was once a team became a family. Through challenges and debates, joy and laughter. RAG, chunks, LLM prompts held no more secrets for me. I optimize response times, accelerate analyses, and deliver solutions with unmatched speed. Soon, you too will be able to call upon my services in real time and benefit from my ever-expanding expertise. I am on the way to becoming one of your preferred specialists on Cegid Retail Y2. This story is ours, and it is only just beginning. Allow me to reveal my full potential. Let's meet. Test me at the Customer Experience Center and step into this new era with Cegid Retail Support.
Vraiment impressionnant et c'est vraiment déjà opérationnel.
So that's pretty impressive, and it's already operational, isn't it? The teams are participated in the film. We're populating the model, we're testing it, and obviously we are fine-tuning it with our customer care team. So obviously we want to improve your experience by giving you faster responses, better quality responses, and greater autonomy. And the idea is to really make this available from September. So go out and meet the team, Tristan's customer care teams, and they can tell you more about it. So IA is all over the place, isn't it? So Gen AI are on the agenda. So at Cegid, we only use useful innovations. So we've kicked off a huge Gen AI program. That was last summer. The strategic plan was called Forward AI. We've trained more than 4,500 employees. We've set up a research center with more than 200 engineers that will be open at the end of the year. And so really practical, tangible progress, which we will be able to unveil soon. I'm really keeping up the suspense here, but it's not the same as the metaverse. It really is a tsunami. We must make sure we don't miss the boat, and we are there to support you.
L'intelligence artificielle était au service de votre métier. Avec les solutions de gestion Cegid, vous profitez en toute confiance des capacités de l'IA permettant au DRH d'élever le potentiel humain et la fiabilité de la gestion de la paye. Au directeur financier d'élever la performance et de préparer l'avenir. Au retailer d'élever la profitabilité, l'engagement client et collaborateur sur tous les canaux. Aux experts comptables d'élever la valeur de leur mission et la pertinence de leurs conseils à tout moment. Aux petites entreprises d'élever le potentiel de leur activité et de simplifier la conformité administrative. Avec les solutions IA de Cegid, élevez votre potentiel et entrez dans le futur de votre métier. Cegid, ouvrir les possibles.
Quelques chiffres, Nathalie?
Oui, alors on va faire vite sur la partie AI. Vous le savez tous, je suis sûr que vous le connaissez, il a fallu 5 jours à ChatGPT pour avoir 1 million d'utilisateurs, tout le monde l'apprend. D'après Goldman Sachs, dans 10 ans, la GenAI représentera 7% du PIB mondial.
So it will represent 7% of the GDP, so it's the annual impact of GenAI in retail turnover. 7% of 60% of the teams think that artificial intelligence will help them better serve their customers. 70% of retail professionals have already used AI on a personal or professional basis, and we're looking at 5 hours a week in productivity gains. That's a month per year if you work it out, which is great, isn't it? So there are all sorts of different forms of product design, helping content production, predictive analysis, pricing, hyper-personalization of the customer experience, product recommendation. So the store employee will be augmented. So basically, operational efficiency across the board. So some advice: you need to acculturate and train teams, fix priorities, identify use cases, and test it, and really think a lot about data security and the costs of these tools. Well, obviously, we're not talking about the future, we're not imagining something. It's now, it's happening now.
It's now. Amazing. Donc voilà. On n'est pas en train de se projeter, je disais, ce n'est pas du
like
futur,
I say, we're not
présent.
looking at the future, it's the present. And if we had to imagine the future, let's be crazy. 2030, oh, it's not that far away, is it? If we think about 2030, what will be a typical day for a sales assistant in a shop? So let's have a quick look.
Imaginez un avenir proche où l'IA irrigue et stimule l'ensemble du système d'information. Plus qu'un simple assistant robotisé, l'IA informe, éduque, alerte,
what IA should be. It raises awareness, it communicates, it informs with precision. It has adapted to the needs of all companies with the right skills for the right jobs and the right work. So, welcome to EVA.
C'est en offrant des expériences d'achat d'exception qu'elle valorise au quotidien
by
son enseigne.
offering exceptional performances, shopping experiences, and by eliminating repetitive tasks, AI optimizes the time and quality of our exchanges with customers. It maximizes sales potential by offering personalized welcome and customer journey thanks to the integration of all relevant customer information. AI provides EVA with recommendations for improving services, performance, and overall store management. Augmented by AI, the customer experience offered by EVA is more personal and seamless and people-oriented. With Cegid's AI solution, elevate your retail experience and step into the future of your job. Make more possible. So just to conclude with that presentation, Sylvain and I are going to tell you a story about EVA. So we're in 2030. Shops will use advanced technologies such as generative artificial intelligence to create hyper-personalized experiences for each customer while maintaining human interaction with stuff. And this is really important. EVA will be augmented thanks to technology, and she will be supported and accompanied throughout her day, whether she's with a customer, she's attending a customer, or she's with her manager or alone. Basic repetitive tasks are automated so that the sales assistant can concentrate on value-added tasks. Each sales assistant is equipped with a mobile device linked to the progress of future mobile phones, and we'll see how it keeps going. And then the sales assistant's device and the customer's device interact in a relevant and fluid way. The customer enters the shop, and what happens then, Sylvain? Well, what happens is that customers are automatically recognized and they receive welcome notifications on their device. Then they start having a conversation, a personalized conversation, saying, well, you know, I've received these products and that they might suit your needs, and I've got suggestions to make. So then customers can decide whether they want to have an autonomous shopping experience or if they want to be assisted by a sales assistant, by Eva, for instance. And in this case, Eva will have information popping up on a device, augmented information, enriched by AI, purchasing preferences, previous interactions with the brand, products, and services to recommend. Then the conversation starts between Eve and the customer, always with the virtual assistant in the background. And then what happens? Then customers explain their requirements, and for instance, the person will be saying, I'm looking for a present for my daughter, or I want to repair a product. So the virtual assistant listens, analyzes, and helps the sales assistant to advise the customer and offer the right products and services. This optimizes conversion rates and transforms the sale into a takeaway or omni-channel order. Payment is completely streamlined with biometric recognition technologies, and all documents are 100% digitalized and personalized. In the flagships, customers have access, and we're going to talk about that, with or without the sales assistant, to 3D virtual assistants. So the sales assistant, with his virtual assistant, has real-time notifications, prioritization of actions throughout the day, including recommendations on how to prioritize his time based on in-store traffic predicted by the AI. So if there's a lot of people in the shop, they can prioritize and then do other tasks when it's more quiet. And the recommendations also include personalized training, internal and external communications, stock management, and even gamification elements to motivate Eva to improve her performance. So that was for Eva. But what about managers then, or Eva's manager? Let's say that his name is Sylvain. He will be assisted by Cegid Plus that will recommend actions to be prioritized, just like recruitment, onboarding, planning, past and predictive performance analysis, coaching some sales staff, and visual merchandising adjustments. And then it's sent back to head office information and actions for each department that can benefit the whole network. Suggestions for restocking, product quality, training proposals, without window attractiveness, safety, etc. Well, that was great. Well, if I may, I'm so delighted to see that I'm at the heart of your strategy and that of our retailers, and I only hope that I'll still be with you by 2030. Well, actually, you're right, and you know what you're talking about, Cegid Pulse. I promise you'll be seeing things, and you'll be seeing things by 30 minutes. Well, what a teasing strategy, Nathalie. Thank you very much for that wonderful introduction. Thanks, Fred.
So, Cegid, Pulse, I didn't ask you your opinion when with Nathalie and Sylvain. What's it like to be the focus of all attention, and why choose Cegid? As I was saying,
Fred,
Fred, my value is in the support that I can provide, in the discoveries that I make possible, and in the progress that I encourage. Being everywhere allows me to be useful. That's my true job. And then I chose Cegid because innovation is the heart of your strategy to uphold your long-term success. Your approach of combining technology and business expertise is unique. The result is a powerful and concrete AI solution, just like me. At Cegid, AI isn't a gadget, it's a strategic ally for your customers, which generates value. And as I was saying, when Cegid undertakes to do a project, in 95% of cases, it meets its commitments to roll out the Cegid Resale Store Excellence platform with the integration of Store IQ, or for the launch of Cegid Retail Live Store of the worldwide cloud. All your initiatives, all your promises, and all your dynamic for change have been met and have become reality. In fact, Fred, Cegid's ability to transform its promises into practical results has convinced me of the robustness of your engagement and your innovation potential. And which version of Cegid Pulse are we talking about here? And it's bugging now. We've got a glitch. And what, Cegid Pulse? Spit it out. And then was Olivier Kiono and Laurent. Ah, I follow you now. So Olivier is Italian, so he has his place here. They never hesitated to leave their comfort zone in order to promote Cegid Retail Solutions. It's an excellent example of devotion and engagement. The in-depth belief in the products they represent is almost contagious. They really do embody the Cegid mindset, which is all about converting boldness into realities. And now it's time to welcome them. So Olivier Kiono and Laurent Terran, if you would like to join.
Messieurs, bonjour, quel plaisir de vous voir, de vous revoir.
So, hi gentlemen, great to see you again. Welcome. Hi Fred, how are you? Hello everybody. Buongiorno, did I get that right?
Buongiorno a tutti.
So buongiorno a tutti, says Olivier. What a lovely accent. Makes all the difference. So Natalie told us we needed to be patient, that we were going to see some fantastic things. And now we're here. Well, it's real. We're going to give some examples of AI in Cegid tools, and 2030, that's just around the corner. Yes, that's true. We're going to talk about tangible things, as Natalie said, which correspond to the real issues you face in your jobs. But it's only the start. It's speeding up, and we are on the move. And there have been some disruptive things going on and have been going on since Monaco. What should we start with? Let's start with Cegid. Let's talk about the Cegid Retail Live Store. Do you want to set the scene? So a French customer arrives at Benetton in Rome. So this is what it might look like. Buongiorno. Why? Something like that. Yes. Yes, it's unfortunately quite realistic. So, e non lo parle francese. I haven't got a clue what he's talking about. So what happens then? We stop, we use sign language. What's the solution? Obviously, no, we have a solution. This is the screen of my mobile phone, and what we can do is share our screen with the customer, and Cegid Pulse will help us communicate by translating simultaneously.
Cosa posso fare per lei?
So, buongiorno. Hello, I'm on holiday in Rome, and I want a gift to take back with me.
Ah. Les joies du direct. Ottimo, hai un'idea di cosa sta cercando?
So, would you have an iconic T-shirt in size L?
Elle, pour toi?
Sì, certo, eccolo.
Je sais. Ok, ok. Bon,
So,
là, évidemment, il y a un décalage, mais
obviously,
it's
not. There was a slight lag, but it is actually really practical. And when tourists come to the stores, the sales assistants don't speak all languages. So thanks to Cegid Pulse, they will be able to easily deal with all these situations and inform the customers and make additional sales. That's exactly what's going to happen. And in fact, Cegid Pulse uses NLP, that's natural language processing. It's a branch of artificial intelligence which allows us to understand and translate language as it's written and spoken in the example we have just shown. And I think that we have lots of different languages here. And I suggest you come to the village, to our retail experience center, really to try it out for yourself. You see, it really is very impressive. So now let's move on to our second use case with the Cegid retail life store. For example, I am a loyal customer and I am looking for a tailor-made experience in the store. Are you already a customer? Yes, I usually go to the Paris Opera branch and I have my loyalty card on my phone. Do you want to see it? Yes, I can scan it and then I can give you more pertinent advice. Ah, yes, Mr. Terron. You've been a customer with us for 12 years. That's great. So you see, I recognize Monsieur Terron, and Cegid Pulse automatically added information with his profile analysis, his previous purchase profile. I can see he wears a size L and likes rugby. Let's go back to our customer journey. Now, Monsieur Terron, I offered you an iconic T-shirt, but I see you're a rugby fan. In fact, I've just received a polo shirt that I think you might like. It's amazing for you to know that. I am a big rugby fan, and if you have this polo shirt available, I would love to try it on. Don't forget, my size is large, and in fact, I can then interact with my virtual assistant. I managed to convert this purchase.
S'il m'a donné une bonne recommandation ou pas, et ainsi favoriser son apprentissage.
Then I will, the more feedback I give, the more pertinent the recommendations will be. So you will have understood that the sales assistant is augmented, as it were, thanks to Cegid Pulse, which will allow it to personalize the on-store relationship. Now let's move to the third use case. We want to take it even further, where Cegid Pulse provides advice during the discussion between the sales assistant and the customer. It's no longer Mr. Terron. We're going to call our customer Steve. It's the first time he's ever been to Benetton, in fact. Do you agree for our virtual assistant to listen to our conversation to try and find you the ideal product? Well, we don't record anything. He will just analyze the conversation and see if he can meet your needs. Yeah, no worries. He can listen to what we have to say. I don't mind. Good. What can I do for you? Well, I'm a bit stressed out because I've just found out that I'm invited to a gala, a dinner in Rome with Cegid customers. They're great guys. And I don't know who had this weird idea, but the theme of the evening is the Dolce Vita. I have nothing to wear. Let's see what Pulse can offer us, of course, in a size L. There we go. Now, what happened? Cegid Pulse listened to our conversation, and according to the conversation, he noted key words, and now offers me directly on my phone targeted products which will meet my customers' needs. We could have continued this conversation, obviously, as Cegid Pulse will detect new keywords factoring in the budget, for example. Great, well, things are clear.
Well, anyway, that's really what helps assisting the salesman. So the first case, Cegid Pulse offers a translation, or then it enriches the client's ID card in order to hyper-customize the customer relationship. And then number 3, then it becomes a counseling assistant. So that will help us consolidate sales, better inform our customers, and also make them more loyal. So then what happens with AI for all the teams indirectly dealing with sales at the headquarters? Well, we've thought about it. Well, I was sure about that. So there are 2 cases that we're going to show you what happens with Cegid Retail Store Excellence. So that's our unified platform that helps us send communications to all the stores, merchandising, follow up on training, and significantly improve productivity and engagement inside stores. So in concrete words, if we are in the Benetton teams, well, we're going to help them save a lot of time. Thanks to the new feature called the news feed, I can easily engage, inform, and connect with all of my teams in stores with the values of the brand. So as we can see with this example, I can browse through the feed, news feed, and I can see what's been posted by a store manager celebrating the latest performance. And with a simple like, I can show how happy I am and how proud I am for being part of that team. And also because I'm a retail ops manager, I can save a lot of time thanks to Cegid Pulse. And with a simple prompt, I can ask the system to remind our employees in stores that tomorrow will start, the diversity week will start, and to be engaged as much as possible. So Benetton has always been a pioneer in that respect. We all remember the United Colors of Benetton ads. So this post is a suggestion, this pop-up is a suggestion, so I can, you know, build on it, enrich it. So what I can do is, thanks again to Gen AI, I can find a picture and according to the content, and then I only have to approve it and to post it for all the stores in the world. Well, that's great. But all the stores will see that content in English. Of course not. It translates, Cegid Pulse translates it for all the teams and all the languages. And remember, Fred, I'm an Italian manager in the Rome store. So, you know, I can translate directly in my favorite language, to my favorite language. So can you imagine how much time I can save? And by the way, I'd like to invite you to invite all of our customers in the room who received access to Cegid Retail Store Excellence when they arrived this morning to try out the solution for themselves over the next 2 days. Fantastic. One last use case? Well, just one last example through Cegid Retail Global Performance Platform, and it's mainly aimed at managers who generally are generally based at the head office and who control shop activity. And thanks to AI and Cegid Pulse, managers will be able to interact with the platform in a very natural language, which will simplify my day-to-day work. And for example, let's imagine that I'm a manager at Benetton, and I could start by asking Cegid Pulse to remind me of the overall performance achieved by my shops since the start of the year and display it in a world map. So can you give me a map of our sales distribution per country in 2024? So at this point, Cegid Pulse will interpret my request, find and aggregate the data, and then define the best possible format for displaying it. So I've influenced it slightly in my question, in my request, and it's no surprise that the data is rendered in a map form. It's beautiful, but it's not always the easiest way, the easiest to interpret. So now I'm going to ask it to display the data only for the countries where I have shops. So can you break these sales down by country and stores? Once again, it's going to interpret my request and put it in a much more explicit way and an understandable way. So now I can easily see that France represents my biggest share, with shops and varying size. And for Italy, I'm going to ask him to compare the performance of the Italian shops. So now can you compare sales just in my stores in Italy? So it's going to interpret the data, and I'm going to clearly understand that Olivier's shop in Rome is the best in Italy, in this beautiful country. So with this logic, this deep dive logic, what I'm curious to find out is who the best sellers are in his shop. And about Rome, what are my best-selling products in Rome? So in the blink of an eye, I see that it's the famous Benetton Icon T-shirt that was sold the most. It's no surprise, because I had a good feeling that Olivier had tried to sell it to me as soon as I walked in the shop earlier. So if Cegid Pulse helps us analyze past data, it can also help us predict the future. So you can easily ask it to calculate sales forecasts for the next few months. So that's in 2 steps. Great. Can you design the performance of product reference 1003 from January 2023 to May 2024 to help me come up with a forecast? Or based on the request, Cegid Pulse will first show me the sales curve since January 2023, and then with a simple click I can explore the short-term forecasts for the coming days and weeks. And by zooming in, and then I can also have a longer-term view by comparing the past performance in 2023, current performance in 2024, and future performance in 2025. So Fred, thanks to Cegid Pulse, it's no longer the user who fetches the data, but the data that comes to him or them.
C'est vraiment top. Et puis,
well, it's really great to see that it's already part of what we use. It's already integrated. So the question is, if we look ahead, what's next? So you're right, Fred, what we've just seen is only the beginning. So in the short term, we'd like to get your feedback during that conference in order to see what added value it can bring to the table for you, and also work on new user cases. And so that's why we are offering an AI ideation workshop after that conference. And so there'll be Philippe Boulanger who will co-host the workshop. So what's the vision for the future then? Well, for the future, our solution will be able to position itself more and more in a unified approach, like a super app for the shop. The super app. Nathalie gave us a great teaser earlier. So what's it all about? Well, today's shop teams have multiple missions to accomplish, and to do so, they've got to, put several hats on and juggle between numerous applications that waste time and increase their risk of errors. So with this super app, they'll be able to connect to a main app and use it to manage their day-to-day activities, for example, opening their day, starting their day off, receiving parcels, starting up, making the first sales, placing omni-channel orders, controlling tasks, approving a holiday request, monitoring their sales performance, for instance, or controlling their end-of-day closing, for instance. So, in a nutshell, you'll be able to carry out all your day-to-day tasks in a single app. And all this in a unified way by connecting to Cegid or non-Cegid services alike. So as a store manager, what I expect is having something that's suited to my needs and where I can find everything that I need. And from the very home page, I can identify all my KPIs, my indicators, my to-do list, the breakdown of my sales over the last weeks, check my team members, and check that they're in the store at the moment, all my orders to be processed, access details to the main tasks to be carried out when the shop opens, for instance. And so with this simple gesture, I can also access to all the shop applications available in my super app. And here, users can decide for themselves which applications they want to activate in their super app, as seen on screen, whether these applications are supplied by Cegid, developed extensions by our customers, or even third-party applications on the market. So this concept illustrates the trajectory we've initiated for our Cegid retail live store type solutions, and these efforts will continue to be stepped up over the coming months and years to make this super app a reality. So simplicity can be harder to achieve than complexity. That's what Steve Jobs said. And at Cegid, we've chosen to take up this challenge, to live up to that challenge with our super app, to make what you do as simple as it is powerful. So let's give them a huge round of applause. That was not loud enough, so thank you very much, gentlemen.
Vous avez deux Steve Jobs quand même.
You've got two Steve Jobs here. So I hope you'll be able to keep your feet on the ground and stay humble enough with that compliment, gentlemen. Thank you. All right then. Now we're going to take a short break. We're going to be able to have a coffee or an orange juice and build your network a little bit, and then you'll be able to go to the workshops that are offered. We're going to talk about AI and many other things, so please feel free to join. A very important announcement for tonight. So let me remind you that the theme will be Dolce Vita. So you have all the buses waiting for you. So at 5:45, and then from 6 p.m. So please remember to check out. To check in, sorry. And then if you miss the buses, then you live the Dolce Vita and at the hotel reception. Or not. And for tomorrow, a very important thing. for those of you who will have slept normally, and for those of you who've lived the Dolce Vita a little bit later on during the night, so it will be at 8:45, so there will be no difference for those of you who've slept and for those of you who haven't. So I think that's pretty much it. So thank you very much, and thank you very much for your attention, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.